Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. For today's video, we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin breakout that it has recently had. Is this the bottom of the bear market? Are we finally going to get the reversal we've all been looking for? Or is this another bull trap before new downside to be expected? I'm also going to be sharing with you guys a new altcoin that I think is going to be one of the most profitable setups over the next 6 to 12 months that many people are overlooking entirely. Anybody that holds this is going to get a free duplicated version of this exact same token, and I believe that that secondary token is going to have a lot of value, and those people that participate are going to set themselves up to make a lot of profit in the process. If you're new and just find this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these amazing videos like the one provided for you here. Thank you guys so much for the support, and with that being said, let's jump right into it today. Alrighty guys, so the first things first that we're going to be talking about is Bitcoin and talking about what we need to see before Bitcoin can truly confirm that the bottom is in. Now here's the cool stuff that's been playing out and some of the stuff I've been talking about over the last little while. Now what I've been talking about was this descending resistance and how we really needed to see a breakout of this. When we were kind of just trending sideways, it wasn't confirmed, but now that we're seeing this big green candle stepping in here, in my opinion that was exactly the confirmation that we needed to kind of prove that hey, this is a breakout of descending resistance and it's time to pay close attention to Bitcoin. Now at the end of the day, we have a couple different levels here. We're still bearish until we can get above these two levels. In my opinion, 22.3 as well as this resistance up here at about 23.8. These are our two levels, and once we can get above this and set in a higher high, that's really what's going to prove that the bottom is in, because what we're looking at is a big picture double bottom formation. This looks to be something that could easily break out, and it does look to be a bullish reversal pattern that could play out. And so as we're watching this, we need to pay attention for what needs for confirmation. We need to break out of the high. If we can get above this previous high, that sets us in for a confirmed double bottom breakout, and that's going to be a reversal point of our previous bear market. This entire downtrend that we've been in, once we can get a breakout of our previous high, that is a reversal point of this entire downtrend, and we would expect to see another move to new all-time highs. And at the end of the day, guys, the last time we had one of these was all the way back down in 2015. This was the same sort of double bottom formation that we saw here, and that was what led us to a reversal. And we can see that the second that we broke out of these two highs in this move here, retested it, that was where we got the reversal point and the beginning of that entire new bull trend. And so as we're watching, we're going to see even similar results inside of our 2018 bear market. This was more of an Adam and Eve bottom formation where we have this sharp capitulation low here, and then we kind of make a higher high. It's less of a double bottom and more of a higher high, but we saw the same sort of price action in between. In my opinion, this is kind of a hybrid between each of the last two cycles, and so if we get a breakout in the same way, we get this higher high that we need to see in here, same thing as this move here, then that's going to be the confirmation to new all-time highs for Bitcoin. Now here we are taking a look at the dollar, because this is also going to be super important moving forward from here. You already know I've been updating you with this 50-day moving average consistently because it's so important for the overall trend of Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto markets. Now as we're seeing this, so far, ever since Bitcoin topped at 65,000 and then 69,000 right here, the dollar has been trending above the 50-day moving average, and Bitcoin has pretty much been trending below it. We have had momentary periods where we pierced below it, but all of those times have been instantly bought up, and the market has continued to trend to the upside. There's temporary pierces below the 50-day moving average, but it's never resulted into much downside. Now, as we're getting closer to the end of the year cycle top, we're watching for when this market is going to top inside of the dollar. Now, guys, what we're seeing here, the dollar is once again breaking below this 50-day moving average. This is something that we've only seen a handful of times over the last year, and every time it has happened, it hasn't resulted in a breakdown of the overall trend. What are we going to see happen? If Bitcoin is to see true new all-time highs, break out of this double bottom formation, like we just talked about, then this dollar chart needs to break down. We need to see this continue to go down and reverse in the same ways that it happened in 2020. When the dollar topped in COVID, we sold off. We did hold support above this for a little bit, but the second that this trend flipped bearish, We rejected. That was our 2020 bull run, right? 2020 to 2021 bull run. Now, if we look at where we're at today, we've been trending above this 50-day. We need to see a breakdown of this 50-day if we're going to see Bitcoin actually bottom in our bear market. Now, keep in mind that if this actually isn't, and this is going to be another bear trap like all of these other words, then we're going to see the market bounce back up, and that's going to signal another move to all-time highs. Because if the market bounces back up, reclaims the 50-day, in my opinion, this is going to be a big picture ABC correction. And all it really ended up doing was retesting the previous high, right? So watching this stuff, there's equally as much of an opportunity, bullish or bearish. In my opinion, the likelihood scenario of it resolving is going to be where the trend's been going, and that's been bullish. So far, every single time we've pierced below this, it's bounced. So far, we've never been able to break down below the 50-day, but there's a first for everything, and that's what we're going to have to see at some point. If Bitcoin's going to bottom, we're going to see a breakdown of this trend, and so this is what we're watching for, guys. Big things are happening. Overall, we are below the 50-day. That's a big news. That's exactly what we needed to see. If we do manage to actually reclaim this level, then that's not going to be such good news, but that's what we're watching for. Now, guys, let's get into the altcoin that I had for today's video. What I'm talking to you guys about today is going to be Hex. The reason I want to talk to you guys about this today is because this is a huge opportunity most people are ignoring. Now, I've been talking about Pulse Chain. You guys already know that that's a big opportunity I'm already big on, but Pulse Chain and Hex are equally as much as big opportunities, and they kind of play into each other. Now, here's the thing, guys. When we're looking at Hex peaked at like 88 billion in market cap, right? That's in the same degree as Solana. I am not looking at major high cap cryptos for accumulation heading into this next cycle for the most part. There are certain ones that I will pay attention for, but I'm not super focused in on that right now. The reason I'm talking about Hex today and the reason why I believe that this is a great opportunity has everything to do with what happens when Pulse Chain launches. You guys got to remember that the whole reason why I'm invested into Pulse Chain is because there's going to be the biggest free airdrop in human history. When everything goes live, there's going to be so much hype around that everybody's going to be talking about it, whether they think it's the best thing ever, or whether they think it's a scam. You're going to be talking about it regardless. But here's the thing. If you hold any money inside of your MetaMask wallet, if you hold any ERC20 tokens, all of those are going to get duplicated, and they're going to get copied onto Pulse Chain. And so everybody that holds any of these tokens is going to be getting free duplicates onto Pulse Chain. It's just free money sitting there that you can literally go take and convert it into Pulse Chain itself. A ton of people are going to be doing it because everybody's just being given a bunch of free money. Why wouldn't you do it? We saw what happened to Uniswap. Uniswap went 20x after being given out as a free airdrop. I believe that Pulse Chain can do the same thing. It doesn't have to do 20x, but it's still going to create a lot of value in the process. So when that happens, guys, one of the big speculative things and one of the big speculative plays that I'm going at is what happens with Hex. Because you guys got to remember, Hex itself is an ERC20 token. Hex is going to get duplicated, right? So if you're holding Hex inside of your MetaMask wallet and the Pulse Chain network goes live, if you're holding it, it's going to get duplicated. You're going to get a copy of that moved over to the Pulse Chain network. When that goes live, there's going to be a secondary market of Hex that's getting traded. And what happened when Ethereum 2.0 went live and Hex got duplicated as well, moved over to the ETH 2.0 chain, it went up 10x in value. So you're already seeing Hex people and Pulse Chain people starting to speculate on what happens on the secondary markets. So when this real market of Pulse Chain finally goes live and we have all of this big free airdrop and everybody that's holding Hex actually gets free duplicated versions over on the Pulse Chain network, I believe that the Pulse Chain version is going to pump significantly. And if the secondary market pumps on Pulse Chain and it's just the free duplicated version, you don't have to sell any of your other Hex. It's just sitting in your Ether wallet. And then all of the free Hex that's on your PRC wallet over on Pulse Chain, it's just going to be traded on an open market. And let's assume that it does, 2x, 5x, 10x in value. You're going to be able to take that's gone up in value, and you're going to be able to convert that into Pulse Chain still. You're just going to be able to make more Pulse Chain in the process. Depending on how all of that stuff factors in, that's all speculation on my part. I'm not going to be 100% on that. But what I'm speculating on is the fact that there will be a secondary market for Hex, and all of that has to do with the Pulse Chain going live, duplicating the Ethereum network, and us all getting a free duplicated version of Hex in the process. If that happens, the secondary market of Hex is going to fly. There's going to be a secondary market on Pulse Chain that, in my opinion, could easily go up 10x in value. If we already saw the same thing happen on ETH 2.0 when the duplicated version of Hex went up 10x there, I don't see why it can't do the exact same thing over here on Pulse Chain. And so that's what I'm watching for. Overall, guys, let's get back into the shorter time frames and talk about some things. In the shorter time frames, what I'm watching for is the potential that we could see one more bear trap. And if we do see one more bear trap, it would play out something like the last bottom cycle that we saw. Now, this is the same sort of pattern that many of our altcoins made in our last year bear market. This would have been our 2018 bear market bottom. Many altcoins made this pattern. And the reason why, I'm not really sure, but it's really interesting. It's this big double bottom formation that kind of plays out. And it's almost a fake double bottom, right? Where we get this bottom, we get this other attempt, we get this fake out, we reject, we fall to retest that bottom for a third time, and it's really more of a triple bottom formation, I guess, as you would call it. But that's what reverses into the new bull market, right? So I'm talking about this just because I'm wanting to give you guys the word that maybe we could see one more fake out before the bottom's truly in. And if we do see that, I'm just saying that maybe it's better to wait for confirmation and maybe have the opportunity to buy support one more time than try and FOMO buy right here as we're rallying upwards into resistance. I'm not saying the Hex can't break out. If the market's going to break out, Hex is definitely going to break out with it. Hex is outperforming a lot of altcoins out there right now, as it has in years past. But the big thing I want you guys to remember that if we're going to see a true reversal inside of Hex, we need to break above this previous high at about 11 to 12 billion dollars in market cap. If we break above this level, that's going to set us up for a bigger move upwards of about 36 billion in market cap. And that would be the confirmation that we would need for this bear market to be over. The big thing that I think is going to happen, I believe that this market's going to rally up with the launch of Pulse Chain. And so when everybody's getting free duplicate versions of Hex onto Pulse Chain, and then they're trading that on a secondary market that may or may not have value, I believe it's going to have a lot of value, and I believe that there's going to be a lot of speculation done on the Ethereum markets as well as the Pulse Chain markets, and it's going to have a lot of impact on the volatility with the price of Hex. So I think that these are all big reasons for why I'm buying it. There's an overall big market cycle playing out here. It looks no different than the 2018 bear market, or I should say many of the altcoins of the 2018 bear market, as well as Bitcoin's bear market. This looks just like the 2015 Bitcoin double bottom formation. And so if we play out in the same degree, we're going to see a reversal point of this entire trend, right? And we're already pretty much seeing that today. If we come down here and draw our descending resistance, we're already outside of all descending resistance. Sure, if we're on a log scale, then no, we're not. But as far as our normal downtrend, we are. And that's what we're going to be watching for moving forward from here. Now that we're outside of our descending resistance, this is going to set the stage for our first breakouts into the new bull cycle. And with the release of Pulse Chain, I think that there's going to be a ton of value heading into Hex's market cap as well. So if you guys found value in this, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these amazing videos. If you guys want to join the Discord server, download my free ebook. Links are in the description for that. For anybody who would like to sign up for my VIP course, Signals, follow all the trades that I'm taking as I get ready to go into this next cycle. Links are in the description for that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next one. As always, peace out.